welcome back to Studio 33 Art by Kay. Today I'm going to be doing a smaller heart that I bought from Kmart, and this one is 20.3 centimeters across. It's just a little guy. I've already laid down the paint on the base, which was the Eraldo Glacier grey, and what I'm going to be doing is just using the little sink strainer. But today I'm not going to be using it as a travelling pour. I'm simply going to be placing it in the middle and letting the colours run through to give it a beautiful peacock sort of effect, which should look lovely on this heart. Now I'm just going to put it, I really want it to be so the peacock part comes from there down to the bottom. So if I place it here or here, oh, I don't know, I'll put it in the middle and just let it go where it wants to go. So I think that's about the middle. Now I'm just going to be using up some paints that I used a couple of weeks ago, which are the Mont Dimensions paints, which have been mixed with Floetrol. Dimensions are a beautiful gloss finish paint, which look lovely when they're dried, and they've just been mixed with Australian Floetrol to my usual consistency, where when drizzled back into the paint pot, they leave a little mound for about 2 seconds. So I'll tell you what they are as we go. So this one is the Mont Dimensions Violet. So I'm just going to pour it in here, and you'll see that the colours will start to run out. I'll just basically use these up. Next I'm going to be using the Mont Pearl Sapphire. Haven't got much of that one left, so it's going to not show up very much, although it might, you never know. Just get as much out of there as I can. Hopefully that's not making an awful noise. I hate that when you hear people bang, bang, banging as they're cleaning out their containers. Mont Dimensions Magenta. A bit more of this one. It's a beautiful colour too. So again, I'll just scrape that one out, but I'll try not to make a noise doing it. Okay, and then the next colour is the Pearl Purple. Again, the dimensions, it's not much of that one there either. In fact, it's hardly worth putting in there, but you never know. And now I'm just going to put in a little bit of the Mont pouring paint gold, and it's just beautiful, and it does create cells all of its own too, which is beautiful. So run that through there. Now this is just a little bit of the global purple mixed with the Eraldo metallic pearl. Just got a little bit of that left over I want to use up. So this sort of pour is good for using up little bits of paint, so that you haven't got all these bits lying around. And I'm using that in one of these plastic cups. It's actually, these are the biodegradable plastic now. We're not having the normal plastic in Australia anymore in the supermarkets. So this is actually the one with the green line on it, and it's actually biodegradable. So if you've used that and you don't want to wash it up, you want to throw it in the bin, it will break down. Not sure how many years it'll take to break down, but hopefully not 10,000 years like some of the others, the older style we're taking. This is the orange. You can see the colour now just starting to come out from underneath the little strainer. Oh yes, starting to come through. This one will force it through. There's a bit more of this one. This is the Mont Dimensions Emerald Green. That'll force it out. There's quite a lot of that one. Oops, scrape it quietly. Quietly. Okay, it's coming through. Bit of a mishmash of colours. And lastly, we've got the Viridian, and it's the Dimensions as well, which is a very orangey sort of a red. If you put it against red, I'd call it a cusp colour. When you put it against red, it looks orange, and if you put it against orange, it looks red. And it's finished. Little paint pots lying everywhere now. Okay, and finish off with a bit of the gold to go through there. So you can see it heading to all the edges. When I lift this up, a lot of the paint that's in there will then drop out. So we'll see what will happen then. I'll just get rid of those little spots of purple from there. Spot of gold over here. Rightio, let's see what's going to happen. 1, 2, 3. Straight up. Let that gold drop through. Don't want to waste it. And then quickly off so it doesn't drip. Okay, well that's an interesting centre that we've got there, to say the least. So now I'm just going to give a very gentle spin to get that paint. And the reason why I put the base down, you don't have to put a base down, but if you do, it does help the paint to flow when you spin it out. Otherwise, sometimes it can get a bit stuck and it won't move. But you can also just, I could have got to this stage and then just put some paint around the edge as well. Either way, any which way, it doesn't really matter too much. Just a gentle spin, get it over the edge. It's definitely come over the edge on this side. Not quite there over there, so I'll just try and, I don't want to tilt it too much because it'll put it off balance. It's one thing about spinning, it spreads it more evenly, whereas when you tilt, you sort of get things going off skew a bit more. I'm not too worried about it being over the edge here and not over the edge there. May not have it perfectly lined on the table, although I thought I did. Just move it that way a little bit. Just gently spin again. Okay, well that definitely helped. So just by me moving it over the other way a little bit, it helped it to flow this way as well. So now that's pretty evenly covered. And it just hasn't covered over this little tiny bit here. I don't really want to spin it again. But you can see when I just moved that slightly, it helped it to run off that side. So just by not having it on the turntable exactly centered does make a difference to how it spins out. So now I'm just going to do something here and try and create a few little shapes in this. I'm just using the bamboo skewer and I'm using the flat end of it. Oh, there's so much paint in the middle there. This may not dry well. Oh, so deep. Okay, I'm going to have to spin that a lot more. That has got so much paint. So say goodbye to this pattern, because it's not going to be here for much longer. I'm going to have to spin that out. Do you see how deep that is? And I put that in there. That's how deep it is. So that will definitely not dry well and will probably crack. So say goodbye to the beautiful maroni sort of colour, which was, can't remember what that was, magenta. It'll be gone, that bit of gold will be gone. Never mind, who knows what we'll end up with. Back the other way. Whoa, woo! Oh, wow. So it's definitely moving that way more now, so move it back this way a little bit. Hopefully it'll move this way a bit more. Oh, I've got paint going everywhere. Just tilt it a little bit to try and get that back into the center. I'm actually loving these. They look like sort of little roses or something. Okay, well I think we'll leave that one there for today. It looks great just how it is. So I'll bring you back in a sec for a close-up. So here we are in for the close-up. As you can see the pattern from the sink strainer, it just creates some amazing effects, and it's well worth trying. So have a go and let me know how you do get on in the comments if you'd like to let me know. And we'll see you back real soon here in Studio 33. Bye for now.